The Count 2014, an Illinois campaign and election media project. Funding provided in part by the Illinois Education Association, taking charge of the profession. Online at ieanea.org.
Hi, we're here at the Illinois State Fair with Mike Riopell from the Daily Herald. Mike, thanks for being here.
Hi, Jamie. How are you?
I'm doing pretty good. We've been out at the political days for both political parties, checking out the candidates, especially the candidates for governor. And Mike, yesterday was the Democrats' political day. House Speaker Mike Madigan is the party chair. He also did not show up yesterday. A lot of folks made a lot of to-do about that. What does that mean, and are we seeing some disunity among the Democrats?
What it means is that Democrats don't really always have a centralized party that the chairman controls. Speaker Madigan is very focused on House races. For congressional races for Democrats, the national party comes in. For a lot of races, the local county chairs, like we saw yesterday, are very involved. It's a very interesting political theater that you have one of the biggest gatherings of Democrats of the year, and the chairman isn't there. Is that a big deal? It speaks to the fact of how the party operates. He is not the chair. As the chairman of the party, he's not involved in every congressional race and every statewide race. Whether or not you think that's a problem kind of depends on your point of view. Democrats would say we're doing pretty well. We control all state government, but there are ways to see that as a fracturing of the party.
We've got at least two folks running on the Democratic side, Governor Pat Quinn and Bill Daley. Now, what are we seeing from both of these guys? And there's a possibility we might see someone else jump in too.
Yeah, Bill Daley has shed the exploratory tag. He's all the way in now. What you're seeing from him now is everything Quinn does, he feels like he needs to react to. He has news conferences in Chicago all the time. Clearly is not shy about attacking Quinn on everything. He sees Quinn as weak and beatable. If he didn't see Quinn as weak and beatable, he wouldn't have gotten in the race. Quinn, on the other hand, used yesterday to show the party infrastructure is behind me. Most of the county chairs are behind me. He was the one getting the standing ovations and that kind of thing. So that's something Daley has to deal with, is that Quinn is the incumbent. The party people have worked for him before and appear to be behind him so far now.
And we may see someone else jump into this race. Senator Kwame Raoul is mulling a run. Tell us a little bit about him. We know him pretty well as covering the legislature, but a lot of people out there may not know a lot about him.
He was appointed in the mid-2000s to the state Senate to replace Barack Obama when he went to the U.S. Senate. He's an attorney, very intelligent, has led on a lot of big issues and has gotten his name out there. He was the Senate Democrats' point person on concealed carry and drawing the new political map and a lot of issues like that. So it's raised his profile among people in the party and might be seen as an alternative. The drawback for him, he's never run in a really contested race. He's in Chicago where he hasn't had any really tough races for a state Senate seat. To go from that to a statewide race, which as we know is not an easy race to run, would be tough for him.
And then on the Republican side, we got a pretty crowded field. Mike, can you tell us a little bit about the folks that we're seeing running on the Republican side? They're giving their speeches right now.
They are right now. State Senator Kirk Dillard from the suburbs, longtime party official, longtime state senator, running again, lost in the primary in 2010 by less than 200 votes.
A lot of folks have said had he made it through that primary, he might be governor today.
Lots of folks have said that. Will he get another chance? We don't know. Bill Brady, who was the nominee, is running again. Has said a lot this week about how Jeb Bush lost his first time, so give me a shot, I can win this time.
And said Jeb Bush actually called him up and told him to give it another try.
Jeb Bush was a high-profile backer of Bill Brady's in 2010. Then we have Bruce Rauner, of course, who's a venture capitalist, new to Illinois politics for the most part. He's donated to campaigns and Democratic campaigns in the past. Lots of people are talking about how much of his own money he'll spend in the race. And then you have Illinois Treasurer Dan Rutherford, who was a longtime state lawmaker, very energetic, is all over the state, is pretty well known, is And his big talking point is that he's the only one who's won a statewide race in the general election.
Well, thanks for giving us the rundown on the candidates, Mike. We appreciate you spending the time with us, and thanks so much.
Thanks for having me.
Funding provided in part by the Illinois Education Association, taking charge of the profession. Online at ieanea.org.